14 March 2025, 9:17 a.m. At Wellington Financial Services in London, I'm seated in the office of my department head. I've spent 14 years working here. Senior analyst for a portfolio, £68,000, honored, safe, or so I believed. David, I'm sorry. It's not performance-related. The merger with Deutsche Bank means redundancies. Your entire division is being eliminated. My mouth goes dry. How many people? 47 in London. You'll receive 6 months severance, standard package, outplacement services. We'll announce publicly next week. 6 months severance. That sounds generous until you do the math. I have a wife, 2 children, £2,400 monthly mortgage, school fees, car payments, insurance. 6 months of severance might last 8 months if we're frugal. Then what? When's my last day? Today. We'll need your access card and laptop. Security will escort you out. In a daze, I turn in my credentials, go through the office and gather my things. Because they are aware of what is going on, co-workers avoid making eye contact. Everyone will be aware that David Hartley was laid off by lunchtime. I walk out of Wellington Financial at 10:34 a.m., 14 years, gone, just like that. And then I make the worst decision of my life. I don't tell my family. My name is David Hartley. I'm 42 years old. And this is the story of how I spent 6 months pretending to go to work every day while my life collapsed around me. How my lies nearly destroyed my marriage and my family. And how a medical emergency finally forced me to face the truth and rebuild everything from scratch. Let me explain what I was trying to protect. What I thought was worth lying about every single day. My wife Claire. We met at university, married 20 years. She worked part-time as a physiotherapist, £18,000 annually, enough to feel independent, but not enough to support the family. Our daughter Emma, age 15. Brilliant student. Private school. Highgate School, £24,000 annually. Planning to study medicine. Her future was everything to us. Our son Oliver, age 12, struggled academically, but thriving at the same school where he had support services, another £24,000 annually. Our home, 4-bedroom semi-detached in Muswell Hill, North London, purchased in 2012 for £485,000, now worth maybe £720,000. Outstanding mortgage, £310,000. Monthly payment, £2,400. Our financial structure. My salary, £68,000, £4,100 monthly after tax. Claire's salary, £18,000, £1,400 monthly. Combined, £5,500 monthly. Monthly expenses. Mortgage, £2,400. School fees, both children, £4,000. Council tax, £280. Utilities, £320. Groceries, £650. Car payments, wash insurance, £580. Emma's tutoring, £400. Oliver's therapy, £280. Miscellaneous, £500. Total, £9,410. We were spending £3,910 more monthly than Claire earned alone. My income wasn't just important, it was essential. Without it, we were drowning within weeks. However, I was unable to inform them, refused to acknowledge my failure. Emma's face when we informed her that she would have to leave Highgate was too painful to watch. Oliver was unable to understand that his support services were coming to an end. So I made the worst choice possible. I pretended everything was fine. March 15th, day 1 of unemployment. I wake at 6:30 a.m. like always. Shower, put on my suit, make coffee, kiss Claire goodbye. Have a good day at work, she says. You too, I lie. I drive to the train station, park in my usual spot. But instead of taking the Northern Line to Bank, I walk to the Muswell Hill Library. Open at 9 a.m. Free Wi-Fi. Quiet. Anonymous. I spend 8 hours applying for jobs. Portfolio analyst positions. Risk management. Financial consulting. Anything in finance that matches my experience. By 5:30 p.m., I drive home. Walk in the door at 6:15 p.m. like always. How was work? Claire asks. The usual. Busy day. Merger stress. The lie comes easily. Frighteningly easily. This becomes my routine. Every morning, suit and tie. Every evening, pretending I've been at Wellington Financial. Meanwhile, I'm spending full days at the library, job hunting in secret. The severance pays out. £34,000. Sounds substantial until you realize we're burning through £9,410 monthly. That severance covers 3 months of expenses. Maybe 4 if we're careful. But I'm not being careful. I'm maintaining the charade. Still paying school fees. Still paying the mortgage. Still living like I'm employed. Because once you start the lie, stopping means admitting everything. By mid-April, I'd sent 127 job applications, got 11 interview requests, attended 8 interviews, 0 offers. David, your experience is impressive, but you're overqualified for this position. We're looking for someone with more recent blockchain experience. Unfortunately, we've decided to move forward with other candidates. The financial sector was contracting. Brexit uncertainties. European bank consolidations. AI replacing analysts. Everyone was downsizing. Nobody was hiring mid-level analysts in their 40s. I kept trying. Expanded my search to contract positions, consulting roles. Even considered positions outside London, though that would require relocating the family, which I couldn't discuss because nobody knew I needed a new job. Meanwhile, our bank account was bleeding. Severance money draining away at £9,410 monthly. By late April, I had £18,000 left. 2 months of runway. I started cutting corners without telling Claire. Skipped lunch. Saved £10 daily. Cancelled my gym membership. Saved £65 monthly. Stopped buying coffee at stations. Saved £90 monthly. Tiny savings that meant nothing against £9,410 in monthly outflow. May 1st. Mortgage payment due. School fees due. Only £14,000 left in severance. I made a decision that seemed logical at the time, but was actually catastrophic. I took out credit cards. 3 cards. £15,000 limit each. £45,000 total available credit. I used them to pay expenses. Mortgage went on card 1. School fees on card 2. Daily expenses on card 3. Meanwhile, I kept job hunting, convinced I'd land something before the credit card bills came due. David, why are you using credit cards so much? Claire asked once, noticing a statement. Work expenses, I lied. I get reimbursed, easier than using my personal account. She accepted it. Why wouldn't she? I'd never lied before. 14 years of stable employment. Why would I start now? By late May, I'd charged £12,000 to credit cards, plus the remaining severance was down to £6,000. I had maybe 6 weeks before complete financial collapse. And still no job offers. June 12th. I'm at the library. Same routine. Suit and tie. Laptop open. Applying to job posting number 287. My phone rings. Unknown number. Mr. Hartley? This is Highgate School Administration. Your daughter Emma collapsed during PE class. We've called an ambulance. She's being transported to Whittington Hospital. My blood goes cold. What happened? She appeared to have a severe allergic reaction. The paramedics administered an EpiPen. She's stable, but they're taking her for observation. I'm on my way. I'm at the hospital in 20 minutes. Find Claire already there. They'd called her too. Emma's in observation, stable, conscious. She had an anaphylactic reaction to something, the doctor explains. Do you know if she has allergies? She's allergic to tree nuts, Claire says. We've always been careful. Well, she'll need to stay overnight for observation. We'll run some tests. Fortunately, the school had an EpiPen available. Then comes the question that destroys everything. We'll need your insurance information for admission. I freeze. We have private health insurance through my employer. Except I haven't had an employer for 3 months. The insurance lapsed in April when I didn't elect COBRA continuation because I couldn't afford the £680 monthly premium. David? Claire looks at me. Give them our insurance card. We don't have insurance right now. What do you mean we don't have insurance? It's through your work. The doctor steps away, giving us privacy. Claire's face shifts from confusion to concern. David, what's going on? This is the moment I can't lie anymore, the moment where 3 months of deception comes crashing down. I don't work at Wellington anymore. I was made redundant in March. I haven't told anyone. Silence. Complete silence. Claire just stares at me. You've been unemployed for 3 months? Yes. And you've been pretending to go to work every day? Yes. Where have you been going? The library. Applying for jobs. Her face goes through emotions I can't read. Shock. Anger. Betrayal. You've been lying to me for 3 months? I didn't know how to tell you. I didn't want to worry you. I thought I'd find something quickly and... How are we paying bills? The mortgage? School fees? This is where it gets worse. So much worse. Credit cards. The severance ran out in May. I took out credit cards. I've charged about £18,000 so far. She actually steps back from me. £18,000? On credit cards? David, what have you done? I thought I'd find a job before it mattered. I've been trying. I've applied to hundreds of positions. You lied to me, every single day, for 3 months. I was trying to protect you. Protect the kids. I didn't want Emma to worry about school or... Protect us? Her voice rises. You put us £18,000 in credit card debt without telling me? You let our health insurance lapse while our daughter has severe allergies? That's not protection, David. That's betrayal. The hospital admits Emma overnight despite our insurance situation. They can't refuse emergency care. The bill will come later. Probably £2,000 to £3,000 for observation and tests. That night, Claire and I have the worst conversation of our marriage. Emma's staying with her friend's family for the weekend. Claire doesn't want her hearing this. Oliver's at football camp. Show me the bank statements, Claire demands. I show her everything. The severance that's gone. The credit cards now carrying £18,000 in charges. The mortgage payment due in 2 weeks that I can't cover. Why didn't you tell me? She asks again. In March, when it happened. Why lie? Because you would have looked at me differently. Like I'd failed. Like I wasn't capable of providing for our family. So instead you let me believe everything was fine while our financial life collapsed? David, I'm your wife. We're supposed to face problems together. I know. I know that. I thought I could fix it before it became a problem. It's been a problem since March. We're £18,000 in debt. We have no health insurance. We probably can't afford school fees next term. This isn't something you fix by hiding it. She's right. About all of it. The lying made everything exponentially worse. What do we do now? I ask quietly. Now? Now we deal with the reality you should have told me about 3 months ago. July brings brutal honesty. We sit down with our finances, together this time. Assets. Home equity, approximately £410,000, £720,000 value. £310,000 mortgage. Savings, £0. Severance remaining, £0. Liabilities. Mortgage, £310,000. Credit card debt, £18,000 and growing with interest. Hospital bill, £2,800 from Emma's emergency. Monthly income, Claire only, £1,400. Monthly expenses, £9,410. Monthly shortfall, £8,010. The math is impossible. Even if I find a job immediately, we're so deep in debt that recovery will take years. We make hard decisions. Pull Emma and Oliver from Highgate immediately. They'll start at the local comprehensive in September. Emma's devastated. Oliver's confused. But we have no choice. Saves £4,000 monthly. Sell one car. We don't need two. Generates £8,000 cash. Saves £290 monthly payment and insurance. Contact creditors. Arrange payment plans for credit cards. Lower payments temporarily, but adds years of debt. Consider selling the house. If I don't find work by September, we'll need to downsize or relocate entirely. Claire insists on one more thing. I'm going full-time. 4 days a week at the clinic. That's £24,000 annually instead of £18,000. Claire, you don't have to. Yes, I do. Because you can't be trusted to tell me when we need help. That hurt. But it was fair. August 3rd. I'm still job hunting, now openly. Everyone knows I'm unemployed. The shame I feared? It's there, but survivable. Lots of people face redundancy. I'm not special. I get a call from Marcus, a former colleague from Wellington who'd left 3 years ago to join a fintech startup. David, I heard about Wellington. Rough break. Listen, we're looking for a financial risk analyst. It's not as senior as your old role, and the pay's lower, £52,000, but it's solid work, growing company, stock options. Interested? £52,000. That's £16,000 less than Wellington. But it's £52,000 more than unemployment. Absolutely interested. Great. Send me your CV. Interview's mostly a formality. I've already vouched for you. I interview on August 7th. Offer comes August 10th. Start date, September 1st. It's not my old salary. It's not prestigious. But it's real. I tell Claire immediately. For the first time in months, she smiles at me. That's wonderful, David. I know it's less than before. I know we'll still be tight financially for a while, but it's something. It's honest work honestly reported. That's what matters now. August 3rd. I'm still job hunting, now openly. Everyone knows I'm unemployed. The shame I feared? It's there, but survivable. Lots of people face redundancy. I'm not special. I get a call from Marcus, a former colleague from Wellington who'd left 3 years ago to join a fintech startup. David, I heard about Wellington. Rough break. Listen, we're looking for a financial risk analyst. It's not as senior as your old role, and the pay's lower, £52,000, but it's solid work, growing company, stock options. Interested? £52,000. That's £16,000 less than Wellington, but it's £52,000 more than unemployment. Absolutely interested. Great. Send me your CV. Interview's mostly a formality. I've already vouched for you. I interview on August 7th. Offer comes August 10th. Start date, September 1st. It's not my old salary. It's not prestigious. But it's real. I tell Claire immediately. For the first time in months, she smiles at me. That's wonderful, David. I know it's less than before. I know we'll still be tight financially for a while. But it's something. It's honest work honestly reported. That's what matters now. September 1st, 2025. My first day at TechFin Solutions. Open office. Young team. Different energy from traditional banking. But it's work. It's income. It's dignity. Our financial situation is still difficult. New monthly budget. David's salary, £52,000, £3,200 monthly after tax. Claire's salary, full-time, £24,000, £1,650 monthly. Combined, £4,850 monthly. Reduced expenses. Mortgage, £2,400. Council tax, £280. Utilities, £320. Groceries, £650. Car payment/insurance, £290. Credit card minimum payments, £380. Miscellaneous, £400. Total, £4,720. Monthly surplus, £130. We're surviving. Barely. The £18,000 credit card debt will take years to pay off. We still face a potential £2,800 hospital bill. Emma's struggling at comprehensive school. The transition from private education is rough. Oliver's doing better, surprisingly. But we're doing it together, honestly. No more lies. No more secrets. Claire and I are in marriage counseling. The trust I destroyed doesn't rebuild overnight. She's hurt, angry, slowly forgiving. "Why did you think lying was better than telling me?" she asks in one session. "Because I thought admitting failure meant I wasn't worthy of being your husband, your provider, your partner. But lying proved you weren't those things. Telling the truth, even when it's hard, is what makes you worthy." She's right. Again. Always. October brings something I never expected. Emma comes to me with an idea. "Dad, I've been thinking. I was angry about leaving Highgate, really angry. But my new school has this brilliant biology teacher, Mrs. Patel. She says I'm one of the best students she's ever taught. She's helping me apply for state-funded medical school preparation programs. Programs that don't cost £24,000 a year." "Emma, I'm so sorry about—" "I know. And it was hard. But maybe it wasn't the worst thing. I was stressed at Highgate, constantly competing, always worried about not being good enough. At Comprehensive, I'm actually enjoying learning again." I start crying. Can't help it. This brilliant, resilient 15-year-old is finding silver linings in my catastrophic failures. "I'm sorry I didn't give you the education I wanted to provide. Dad, you gave me something better. You showed me that failure isn't the end, that honesty matters more than pride, that families rebuild together. That's worth more than Highgate." It's November now. 7 months since the layoff. 6 months since Emma's collapse forced me to admit everything. Here's what I learned. What I thought mattered. Maintaining appearance of success. Protecting family from worry. Being the provider who never fails. Preserving our lifestyle at any cost. What actually mattered. Trust between partners. Honest communication during crisis. Facing problems together. Teaching children resilience through example. The 6 months I spent lying were the worst 6 months of my life. Not because I was unemployed. Unemployment is survivable. Because I destroyed the trust my family had in me. Because I made every problem worse by hiding it. Because I prioritized ego over honesty. The financial damage is real. £18,000 in credit card debt will take years to repay. We downgraded our lifestyle significantly. Emma and Oliver changed schools. Claire works full-time when she preferred part-time. But we're together. Honestly, that's worth more than anything I thought I was protecting. People ask me, "Do you regret getting laid off?" Wrong question. Right question. Do you regret lying about it? Absolutely. Completely. The layoff wasn't my fault. The merger wasn't my fault. Market forces aren't personal failures. But lying was my choice. Hiding was my choice. Destroying my family's trust was my choice. If I could go back to March 14th, 2025, I'd do it differently. I'd go home that day and tell Claire, "I lost my job. I'm scared. I need help." We'd figure it out together. Make hard decisions immediately instead of letting them compound into catastrophe. I'd save us 6 months of lies, £18,000 in credit card debt, nearly losing our marriage. But I can't go back. I can only go forward, honestly, transparently, as a husband who destroyed trust and is slowly earning it back. As a father teaching his children that honesty is harder than lies, but worth infinitely more. I'm 42 years old. I spent 6 months pretending to have a job while my life collapsed. My daughter's medical emergency forced me to admit the truth. And that truth, as painful as it was, saved everything that actually mattered. If you're facing financial crisis, job loss, debt, failure, tell your partner. Tell your family. Face it together. The shame of admitting difficulty is temporary. The damage from lying is permanent. I learned that the hard way. Don't make my mistake. The truth will cost you pride, but lies will cost you everything else.